Hi everyone, I'm Shane Stevenson, Director of Museum Collections and Curator here, you know where, at the Buffalo Naval Park. And for today's video, I don't want to make anyone upset, of course, but there's a mystery here that I was trying to solve, and just vernacularly, Buffalo as a city seems to have gotten screwed a little bit, alright? So, I'm going to be talking a little bit about that. As you saw in the title, it says 3 ships, no Buffalo. So what's the deal here? Alright, so what I mean is, well, certainly Buffalo has had its share of hard knocks. Alright, from the blizzard of 77 and, being the snow capital of the world, and Super Bowl 25 with Wide Right, and the 1999 Stanley Cup playoffs against those Dallas Stars. With the no goal. So it seems as though a lot of people in Buffalo think we're cursed. Right? But this isn't just a recent phenomenon. It seems as though even back in World War II, Buffalo may have been cursed. And what do I mean by that? Okay, so what I mean is that, and quite frankly, I've never seen this in looking through the records of ships being built during World War II. I've never seen a city get canceled as much as Buffalo. So it seems as though Buffalo is a city, got canceled not once, not twice, but thrice. The first time is USS Buffalo CL-84. Cleveland-class cruiser, was probably going to be identical to our USS Little Rock here at the Buffalo Naval Park. Boom, canceled. It was going to be constructed at the Federal Shipbuilding Company in New Jersey. And very early on, December of 1940, it gets canceled, because the Federal Shipbuilding Company was ordered to switch from cruisers to submarines. So there you go, there's number one. Let's try again, Buffalo. So now we're looking at a Cleveland-class cruiser again, CL-99. That wasn't canceled or scrapped. That actually was reclassified as the USS Baton. Certainly valuable. An Independence-class carrier, saw action in World War II in the Pacific and then again in Korea. So we honor those guys that served aboard, but they were serving in the hull of CL-99 USS Buffalo, a Cleveland-class cruiser. So the keel was laid down in August of 42. It was completed as the Independence-class carrier in August of 43 as the USS Baton. Well, let's try again, Buffalo. So now we're looking at CL-110. All right, and that was going to be a Fargo class cruiser, and that was canceled because it was, you know what? Actually, I don't know why. I mean, it was towards the end of the war. I believe the keel was being laid in 44, though. And the Fargo class cruisers, looking through the list, there's a whole bunch of them that were canceled. I think it was CL-108 to like CL-118, I think, and they were all canceled. And Buffalo, the USS Buffalo, would have been CL-110. So boom, not once, not twice, but thrice. And this leads to something we have in the collections here, and we have enough copies of this newsprint advertisement that we have one on display, and I have a couple in the collections. So let's go take a look at that. Okay, so these are 2 newsprint advertisements from the Buffalo Evening News in April of 1943. Here we have April 21st, 1943, and the first version of it was April 12th, 1943. And now this is how cities got a ship named after them, was by buying war bonds. Now the cool thing here is that it actually gives how much they needed to raise. So it says if Buffalo and Erie County can lend the government $40 million this month, a new cruiser now under construction will be named City of Buffalo. You'll be proud of its exploits in battle, its place in history. And over on this one, just about 11 days later, it lists what type of government securities you could purchase, right, where you can buy war bonds, what you get from them. And the war bonds will be supplied at campaign headquarters at the Hotel Statler, Parlor G, and the phone number. So there's actually a lot of evidential information on these two newsprint advertisements because it lists some of the companies that are sponsoring this, which is really interesting. All right, National Gypsum Company, they were the first company and they developed drywall. And here's a whole bunch here, a little bit more. Spencer Kellogg, they were a linseed oil company. Fargo Birmingham, right here, right? They built one of our double reduction gears on USS the Sullivans. And we have the manufacturer's stamp, Fargo Birmingham Company, Buffalo, New York. So it seemed, in this campaign, I did a little more research. This campaign was from April 12th, the time of the first advertisement that I showed you, April 12th through May 1st. Now, I don't know if we raised $40 million in those 3 weeks or whatever it would have turned out to be, but April of 43 leads me to believe this may have been for CL-110, the Fargo class cruiser, right? CL-84 in New Jersey was already canceled at this time. That was December of 40. As I mentioned about the USS Baton, the keel was laid in August of 42. So about 8 months before these advertisements. So I think Buffalo had already said, all right, we lost out on 2, let's try for a 3rd. And so I wonder if this campaign was then for the 1944 Fargo class cruiser that again was never completed, along with a few others of that class. Well, I'd like to do a little more digging into this. I should probably go back to the first place to start is always the news articles. So I should go back and look at some microfilm from the rest of this month to see if there's articles in the 2 newspapers here in Buffalo at the time, to see if they talk about updates or they give any final count on how much money was raised. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Buffalonians sometimes think we have a curse on us, and this goes right back to the 40s, all right? Maybe. But, as you'll see, I'm wearing USS Buffalo SSN 715. Was a Los Angeles class attack submarine. All right, launched in 82, commissioned in 83, and she served admirably until 2017. So eventually we did get a name on a warship here for the U.S. Navy. In addition to the auxiliary cruiser that we had in the late 1800s, early 1900s, there was an auxiliary cruiser named USS Buffalo. Hope you enjoyed this video. All right, please subscribe, ring the bell. Look down in the right-hand corner, you'll see some suggested videos. If you look on a mobile phone or an iPad, it'll probably be straight down. All right, and we'd love your support. If you have any information on these, the 3 potential Buffalo cruisers, please leave a comment. I'm more than happy to talk to you and answer your comments. All right, thanks so much, and we'll see you again soon.